We good? Hello. Welcome. We sounding good here? We sounding okay? How's it going? How's it going, everyone? Hopefully the audio's coming through fine. Hopefully we're all set. Yeah, sounding 11 out of 10. Great. All right. My name is Vidya James. I'm just Vidya on Twitch. I am a speedrunner of Harvest Moon Magical Melody. I've been playing this game for about 3 years now. Just recently, I completed a finished run of All Notes, which is what I'll be running in just a bit. And this is kind of meant to be like a victory lap of sorts. But I've been working on something on the side that I wanted to show off for you guys first. So we'll just get into it. So this is going to be a tool-assisted speedrun of the Rescue Harvest Goddess category, which is just any percent, the glitch category. So let's get into it. And I'll count us in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so if you don't know what a tool-assisted speedrun is, essentially it is a category of speedruns that is not performed by a human. So in order to separate the two, we say like a human-done speedrun, like a regular speedrun, is called RTA for real-time attack, and a tool-assisted speedrun is essentially when you take an emulator and you can go frame by frame, you can slow everything down, you can do everything essentially perfectly. So you see like the menuing here is just super blazingly fast because I'm getting the optimal inputs, like mashing through text there. That's about as fast as you can mash through text. So again, this is not me playing right now. This is a recording of inputs being played through an emulator in order to show what a theoretically perfect run would look like. And so the goal of this speedrun is simply just to get to the end credits as fast as possible by collecting 50 notes and then rescuing the Harvest Goddess. So the main thing to keep in mind here is this is the glitched category, which means we can use the inventory state glitch. And yeah, you can see again, look, like you don't even see half the menus popping up because we get like the first available frame in order to advance the text and stuff like that. So essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to get to Spring Farm. We're going to do the inventory state glitch, which you might know as the dupe glitch. And in most categories of this game, you're only allowed to use the inventory state glitch for infinite items and infinite money. But there's a lot of potential with this glitch, and if you use it to its fullest extent, you can essentially trick the game into thinking you have 50 notes right away. So what it boils down to is getting to Spring Farm as fast as possible, and then you do the glitch 37 times in a row. And so for a normal human speedrun doing it, you would basically hope that you get the 37 dupes as fast as possible. However, it is possible in one single, so like getting the glitch, you throw the turnip seeds and you mash A and B and you hope that you press A or B on a specific frame. But it turns out if you hit that frame and then press A or B on the next frame as well, you can chain it and you can get 2 or more dupes in a single turnip throw. As it turns out, you can do up to 5 of these in a row. If you do 6 or more, the game will crash on console. So essentially, we're going to because we have the tools of TAS, I was able to get perfect dupes every single time. So it is the minimum number of turnip seed throws possible. So it's going to go really fast. If you watch like a real speedrun of this, like a human being speedrun again, you'll see like we'll go for the dupe glitch like many times and we'll often fail it because it's not every time we get it. But with this, we're just going to have like perfect precision. So it's going to be as fast as possible. But yeah, this is mostly just advancing through text. Like the first 6 minutes of the game is literally just like mashing through text and doing the motions. But we'll get to some fun stuff. I guess really quick, I can talk about how this was done. This is using Dolphin Emulator. Dolphin Emulator has a built-in tool-assisted speedrun kind of tool that you're allowed to use. Using it, this is like the first time I've ever made a TAS in Dolphin. Like I have experience doing TASs in other emulators. It was kind of a pain because there was a lot of stuff I didn't know, a lot of stuff that was like kind of weird to figure out. So It did take me a while, even though it's only like a 25-minute run, and a lot of it is just like cutscenes and mashing through text. There was still, it was pretty time consuming just because I was fairly new to it. There was a lot I didn't know how to do. Wait a sec here. And I will say, I'm planning on, during the course of this and the All Notes speedrun. All Notes is a 9.5-hour speedrun, so I'm gonna be here for a while. You guys are gonna have to get used to me. We will be joined by other Magical Melody speedrunners. So Lana is preparing right now. Lana Ruse will be here in just a second, and I'm not sure. Hopefully, we can get Desert in here at some point as well, if he would like to join. But yeah, we're just gonna be. This is kind of be like my last hurrah here. I don't know if I'm going to be running Magical Melody after this, because I've done a lot in this game and feels like it's time to move on. So again, thank you to the Harvest Moon speedrun community for allowing me to have this kind of swan song here. Yeah, like I said, it's like 6 minutes of cutscenes before we get into the actual gameplay, and then there's even more waiting after that, so. Yeah, sounds good, Desert. So the way advancing text works is, you want to press A on the first available frame, and what'll happen is the first character of the text will show up, and then the next frame it'll like advance all the way to the end of the line. And you just do that over and over again, and that's the way that like optimal text is done. It's not really that complicated. You don't have any other buttons to press, it's just the A button to advance text, so. I don't know if there's other games that I want to play with Harvest Moon. This is the only one that I really like have any experience playing beyond speedrunning as well. I've been interested in like giving HM64 a shot. Not necessarily to speedrun, but like, I don't know, I've never played it and it looks pretty fun. So maybe even just a casual playthrough, I might try that later.
I bet you should.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so. I'd support it.
We'll have to see. All right, so we're just about to get into the gameplay. Well, first, we got 2 more cutscenes first. Yeah, does everyone say hello to Lana Ruse?
Hi, I'm on time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, you're just in time for the actual meat and potatoes of this one.
We're so ready for this. I'm very excited. I have been just waiting to see this since Jamie's been talking about it initially.
Yeah.
The one category I've never been able to take a crack at because of my hand.
Yeah, so I was explaining. So you're probably familiar with this, but you can chain the dupe glitch. You can do multiple dupes in a single seed throw. And you can do up to 5 in a single throw. If you try to do 6, then the game will crash. So we're doing it in increments of 5. But the other kind of barrier is the tired animations will actually interrupt. Even if you press the button on the right frame, if you hit a point in your stamina where the character plays a tired animation, then it will stop the dupes from any subsequent dupes from happening. So you have to keep that in account. And again, we're trying to go to 37. So you'd think ideally you could do 8. You could do it in 8 dupes, right? Because 7 times 5 is 35, and then 7. Is that correct? Am I right? Yeah, 7 times 5 is 35. So you do 7 and then an extra 2. The issue is we don't necessarily have the stamina to do that without healing, so we do actually need to keep that into account. And we do also route it optimally based on the, oh yeah, there's the toolbox. Tool-assisted toolbox menuing, by the way.
Woo!
I know you're watching off the stream right now, but I will screen share. Just give me a sec, actually.
That'd be amazing. Thanks so much. Didn't want to bother.
Give me one little sec here. Right, so right now we're actually doing some setup here. This is setting up the cliff jumping that is going to happen later on in the run. as you can see here. So we're positioning rocks in such a way such that we can use these later without having to actually move the rocks when time is actually of the essence. We're waiting for Spring Farm to open at 9, so we really don't need to be doing anything right now. So yeah, that's a relatively new strat, I think. Discovered like either late last year or early this year. You can position rocks along like corners of the terrain and you can jump up cliffs with them. So we do that when time is not like pressing, so that we don't have to move the rocks when we actually need to get to the goddess spring. And yeah, even with the honey we found, we still have plenty of time, so check this out.
This totally doesn't cause like minor motion sickness in the slightest.
Yeah. So essentially when I made this, again, this is just me going through the game like frame by frame and like attempting to do it. So the rocks are always going to be in the same position. The honey that I grabbed is like kind of random, but I mean, because we're waiting for Spring Farm to open anyway, I just kind of went with whatever RNG seed the game threw at me. It wasn't really consequential in terms of the execution of the TAS. And if you look at the time, you'll notice that it never went to 9 a.m. Like if you press it on the first available frame, then you can open the door before the clock advances to 9 a.m., which is kind of funny. And yeah, this is just one more cutscene, and then I'll just let the menuing as we purchase stuff speak for itself. But yeah, again, all we need to do is get the turnip seed, do 37 dupe glitches, and then swap breadfruit and an evergreen sapling in our inventory in spots 3 and 4. And that is enough to convince the game that we have gotten all 50 notes.
This will be my menu aspirations. Honestly, I love menuing. I love getting good at menuing. This will be what I aspire to.
All right, check this out. Just take this in.
Oh my god.
And now watch the stamina here. So this is just me. I need to unlock my inventory. So we're in inventory state. We've done 5 dupes so far. So this is going to be 10. There you go. That's 5 in a row.
Oh my gosh.
That's 15. That's 20. And it lines up. This lines up actually with the tired animation. You notice I did just for fun. I pulled out the bag. So now we're at 25 and we need to heal. Unfortunately, we have just under enough stamina to do this and enough. So we're at 25 right now. And so that's 30. That's 35. And then we need to do 2 more. And there you go. And now, like I said, we swap the breadfruit and the evergreen sapling, and we're done with the dupe stage. That's it. That is 37 dupes. That is significantly faster than a human would be able to do that, which is really fun. And so now, here's where movement, like overworld movement, actually matters. So I tried my best to do the like optimal angles and stuff. What I found was that this game is actually pretty lenient in terms of like a couple degrees off in the GameCube controller. Like I would test out a couple different angles and it would all amount to the same like frame that I would reach it. So, and yeah, this is like literally this is the only movement that actually matters here, because everything else we're just waiting for time of day. There you go. And now we get to watch this long cutscene. So that is...
It's unbelievable that it's 9:50 on Spring 3. Like, I don't know if people really get how wild that is. Like, that's amazingly fast.
Yeah, yeah, I had a bit of difficulty with like getting like proper control stick angles to work properly, but that was as fast as I was able to get it. But yeah, this is just now we're just watching cutscenes, so please enjoy. This was actually this part was really easy to task because I was able to basically because it's a frame loop, right? Like these cutscenes are all the same. The only thing that's different is after the 6th instrument, there's like an intermediate cutscene. But other than that, like it's literally the same inputs every single time. That's what I thought at first, but there was a little bit of issue is that not all the instruments have the same, like, the song that they play, it's not all the same length. So I did have to, like, maneuver around that, but this part was really easy to TAS just because it's, like, mashing A, essentially. And now I should talk a little bit about TAS timing versus RTA timing. So normally when you do a TAS, like, what you're trying to measure is, like, significant inputs, basically. Like, when is the last, like, meaningful input before the end of the run? Now, fortunately for Magical Melody, the last meaningful input is effectively the same as when you would actually, like, stop the timer for an 90% speedrun, because it's when you hit the Harvest Goddess loading zone after we're done all these cutscenes. The issue is, usually with tool-assisted speedruns, time begins on console power on. That's just, like, how TASs are done, which is different from RTA, where time begins when you, like, start your file, basically. So there is about 30 seconds of additional time that would normally not be on this if we were to compare this to an RTA run. But I think it's interesting to look at. So I think my PB for this category is like a 25-40 something, I think. I can't look. Somebody check that. But this is about 4 minutes faster. And that's almost entirely because the dupes are just done perfectly, like, optimally. And yeah, to explain real quick, the main
25-45.
25-45? Okay. Yeah. So this
Betcha.
So I think this is going to end up being the timer on screen will be like a 22:01, I think is what it amounts to. But if we were to compare this to an RTA run, the timing would be like a 21:31. So over 4 minutes faster on the current any percent record. Which is quite incredible. I'm a little sad that sub 20 isn't possible, but when we have a 6-minute intro cutscene to deal with and then a 9-minute outro cutscene to deal with, like, that's do the math. That's like 5 minutes of leniency, and there's not enough time for that. And yeah, there's a duplication glitch in this game. It's a little bit more nuanced than a simple, like, infinite items glitch. In glitch categories, you can do the glitch multiple times, and it allows you to do, like, all sorts of, like, wild memory manipulation stuff. Yeah, considering how much of this game is actually, like, for this category, like, how much you actually do, 4 minutes is like an eternity. What are we on? What instrument is this?
Oh, I haven't been fully noticing. It's a cello. Or a violin. Or viola.
I couldn't even see the text went by so fast.
It was violin.
Yeah, so that's number 5. So we have one more, and then we have the Jamie cutscene, and then this isn't the only time today we're going to be seeing this cutscene. Fun fact, because we have to watch this cutscene during all nights too.
Our favorite.
Viola de Dude, Gamba? Gambling here? Lana, what's your favorite casino game?
I have only been to the casino once.
Oh.
And it was like when I was freshly 18, which was a long time ago. So I can't really say I know. At least 20 years, so mean. So yeah, I honestly couldn't even tell you, honestly. Yeah. Probably something that lights up a lot. I don't do any card games. I'm horrible at card games. So.
Have you heard of Balatro?
Oh, yeah, I have. So I've seen a lot of people, and there was the speedrun, obviously, of Balatro. I don't get it, but I've heard good things. I just don't know if I could even understand it as someone who has never played poker, but have to look into it.
Well, it's okay to be wrong.
You know, that's fine. We've all got our opinions and loves. Some people like the maple leaves.
Ooh. Who would do such a thing?
Who could betray you like this?
Almost done, I promise.
Sorry, Leafs fans.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't watch hockey, so I'll let Jamie support the team that he loves.
Okay. It's okay to be a fake Canadian.
Very true. I like curling.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's it
give me
like to
some
be
curling.
80?
You know what? Knees kind of hurt, back's getting a little achy, but at least we're curling.
Yeah, curling is pretty fun. Done it a few times.
It's actually a pretty significant workout. Like, if you've never done it before, your legs the next day, whoo, you feel it.
Sheesh.
Guitar. Almost there. Almost
This
there.
is the second last one.
This is definitely the biggest hurdle that we still have, or just the long cutscenes in general.
Yeah.
So far we haven't figured out a skip for them, both for intro and the final one here, because that would make quite a few categories easier, like Jamie marriage and whatnot. Especially, yeah, the ones that have the full credits right in the middle. But who knows? Maybe one of you in chat is out to destroy Magical Melody.
I tested so many inventory states with this cutscene, and it's just I didn't find a single one. So it is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the last one here, and then so time will come up after this cutscene. As soon as we'll load back into the overworld, hold left, and then as soon as screen is like completely black, that's time.
It's so pretty.
Wow, everything's shamovin'.
I love the big pink cat flowers.
Yeah.
They're so lovely.
Alright, ready? Time coming up. And that's
Woo!
it. Time. That is the tool-assisted speedrun for Magic.